So, GDC 2024.
Yes.
I'm here with Andrew from Gameye. Nice to have you with us on the booth this year.
Thank you so much for having us.
How's the event going for you?
It's going exceptionally well. Couldn't be happier. It's been a real joy to be on the booth in a great position. But the show itself has been incredibly vibrant. And we're just delighted with how things have turned out.
How many GDCs have you been at before?
26.
26. What's the vibe of this one compared to the first one you went to?
Well, it's a lot bigger. The first one I went to, and if I'm getting my numbers right, it was in Santa Clara. So it's been in a few different places.
Yeah.
It's a completely different world now. I mean, this feels like it's bounced back properly since the pandemic. Lots of interesting things going on, deals being made. I think it's great.
So that was my next question. Is obviously the pandemic was a big hit on the show. You know, we were here a couple of years ago together.
Yeah.
Very quiet, right?
It was a little bit steadily kind of coming out from the pandemic lockdown years. But this feels different. It feels very open. Lots of happy faces going around, enjoying the various booths. It's really positive.
Do you think that we're back at the same level pre-pandemic now?
Almost. Not quite. Almost. Nearly there.
Amazing. What's the buzzword that you're picking up this year?
Cost management. It's not one word. It's savings.
Cost-management.
Cost-management.
Get away with
cost savings. Flexibility is another one. People don't want to be locked in. They want to get the maximum for their money. That's why it's sort of related.
I can't seem to avoid the term AI this year.
Yeah.
Is Gameye looking at anything to do with AI at all in the future?
We are tracking it. Yes, it's obviously a big thing. It's going to be in everybody's future, I think. And we're positioning ourselves for that future.
What's Gameye's strategy here at the show? You got new products coming out.
We're launching an observability platform. We have a complete suite of tools to allow studios and our customers to see how their sessions are playing worldwide, get metrics on how they're performing, CPU usage, log information, tweak the deployment, a whole suite of tools all built and will be ready within weeks.
Amazing. So you're speaking to mainly developers here?
Yes.
What's kind of the reason for them integrating, into the Gameye platform?
Yeah, I mean, I think
is it a pain that you're solving?
Yeah, they wanted. There's a couple of different pains. One is just the general task of launching a multiplayer game is complicated.
Yeah.
And so we solve a number of different problems, and a lot of that is down to making it easy to deploy their game code, their server code worldwide, and make it available to their devs in a way that allows the game sessions to be managed, started and stopped using our fairly simple API. And so for using Gameye, you're getting to use the best servers worldwide, like Servers.com. But we do work with others, and we want to make sure that everybody who wants to play a game online has a place to play and has a place with a quality game server, which we curate and make available to our customers.
You mentioned scalability and cost savings in there.
Yeah.
How does Servers.com help you achieve that?
Well, one, it's you guys are reliable. You're very open and honest about how to work together and give us a good price. The product is world class, and you never let us down when there's when we need your help.
What would you say your favourite thing about working with Servers.com is?
Oh, you, Jarrod.
That was the answer I was after. Thank you. Get that in the video. Put that on my LinkedIn. Any other reasons?
I think also we're really complementary as companies. Servers.com excel, providing the right kind of capacity and server instances for us. You understand our business, and I think we understand your business. So I do think there's a great shared understanding of working together and trying to sort of make things happen that are mutually beneficial. We've just always been, I think, on the same wavelength.
Yeah, I think that's the thing for us is business is much better as a collaboration. You know, logging onto a website and buying a server is easy.
Yeah.
The difference is working together to enhance effectively the end customer's experience.
Yes, and the end customer not just being the studio but the player. So you know the problem that we're solving can sometimes be invisible, but when it goes wrong, it's very, very much on the topmost of a player's mind. And so we want to make sure that who we work with are, you know, are trustworthy partners and can be relied upon in a pinch. And we've always had that with you guys.
A lot of companies, you know, a lot of developers that you speak to are companies that would be fully using hyperscale cloud.
Okay.
And they come to Gameye to effectively have cost savings, but you still, you know, you're still using hyperscale cloud as some form of capacity, right?
So we use hyperscale cloud as our emergency backup, but what we're giving those studios who may migrate away from primarily using hyperscale cloud is reliability, because they're no longer locked into one vendor's ecosystem. They're getting a greater selection of locations. And they're also getting cost savings. They're getting better value for money. They can then reinvest into their game and make it better. So yes, we use bare metal. We use metal as a service. We use cloud hyperscale or cloud instances as an emergency backup, but by no means it's any one particular vendor. We deploy where the players are, and we can deploy on anybody's platform. But we tend to favor bare metal over cloud just for that cost savings piece.
Someone asked me recently, what's the sweet spot in terms of bare metal and cloud? I didn't have an answer. Have you got any insights?
Well, we're 90% bare metal, 10% cloud, I'd guess. But we actually run on a day-to-day basis probably 99% bare metal, 1% cloud.
Why? Why?
The way that we work, our managed service is a curated fleet of servers that scales up, scales down to the studios as like a cloud, but you're all running on a fleet of bare metal machines. So you're getting that flexibility. You're not paying through the nose for it the same way you would do if you were completely dependent on a cloud vendor.
So it's fair to say that without bare metal, the attraction of cost savings would be rather difficult to achieve.
That would be extremely hard.
Yeah. Do you think being at GDC on the Servers.com booth this year is helping you guys, you know, be successful this year?
Oh,
next
for
year
sure.
And
Absolutely. And it's always, you know, you're doing a lot of meetings that are useful now, but you're also building relationships that will be fruitful in the future. And just being here and having the coffee is fantastic. So that's a great centerpiece.
That's kept me alive today.
Yeah. And having the ability to entertain and welcome a lot of our friends, both new friends and old standing relationships has been great.
We wanted to facilitate developers to be able to come to one area and say, hey, I'm building a multiplayer game. I need to start thinking about how to host that game. How can you help me? And obviously, naturally, the conversation starts off with infrastructure globally.
Yep.
But then it gets to the point where it's a case of, are you looking to manage your own game orchestration, your own auto-scaling? Are you going to invest the time in doing that? And generally, people are like, no, I need that support. So having you guys with us and saying, well, that's why we work with Gameye.
Yeah,
that's why Gameye.
And that's why we work with you guys, because it starts with infrastructure, starts with hardware, and then maybe they need a software solution to get the most out of it. So
that's do the hardware, you do the software.
That's right.
Sounds easy.
Yeah. Super easy.
It's easy for me.
We'll do the hard bit, no worries.
Where do you see Gameye this time next year?
Well, hopefully we get to talk about a lot of the things that we kicked off at this GDC. But I think it's about talking about what scale we'll be at next year. Hopefully a lot more customers that we can talk about. There's some things in the pipeline that we can't share right now, but there'll be. I think it's all about validating at a greater scale, and hopefully we can talk about that more this time next year.
Yeah. So I'm going to talk about the instant messaging platform that we've got in terms of the communication between Gameye and Servers.com.
Yes.
Is that something that you've got with other providers? Is Servers.com doing it in quite a refreshing way?
I'd say we do have a couple of others where it does work, but I think that with Servers.com we just have an understanding how to work that better. We kind of ping you guys in chat and we get a response, and sometimes we jump on a call and figure stuff out. But it's not common. Yeah, we much prefer the human interaction, that kind of direct, like let's figure out a problem, let's problem solve it together, than just going through some ticketing interface or some web UI and you just sort of hope for the best.
It's funny because I sometimes, when you guys are working on big projects and procurement's a big thing, a big topic, I end up feeling like part of the Gameye team. I'm integrating with you every day. I'll be speaking to Junior on the phone constantly.
Well, that's great. That's great to hear, because we do work very closely with you, and that means we're probably giving you the right kind of feedback and helping you feel like you're getting something, direct and honest from us.
I'm still waiting for my Gameye hoodie, by the way.
Okay. All right. Cheers, mate.
See you around.